For the money, I don't feel these feel expensive. Like this was £950 and it just scrunches down into nothing. I can't stand this bag. Oh my gosh. Hey everyone, buying a black handbag is one of the most classic, long-term, best investments that you can do. I have got bags that are not black and I love them to pieces, but they don't get the wear that some of my black bags do because you haven't got to worry about them. But black also goes with pretty much any outfit. So I'm going to show you, I mean it's a lot to be, I'm really lucky I've got like bags, you know that. This is not every bag I've got that is black, but I've picked out some of my favourites, and also one that is really not worth it because it's hyped at the moment, and I want you to know why, though it is beautiful, it is just not worth your money. So I'm going to begin with the first. This is it. It's one of my favourites. It's from Fendi. It's a bag that I bought this year, earlier this year, and I'd wanted it for a long time and I kept putting it off because it was new out this year in the spring. It came out new and I kind of thought to myself, oh, I don't want to buy it and then it's trend. And I do think it's trend, but I do think it's sticking around for a long time because Fendi keep coming out with this bag now in different colours, in different collections. So I think the bag itself is here to stay for a good few years, but it's not, maybe it is classic because that shape is quite like simplistic, isn't it? But that's my first bag, my first absolute, like, I love this. The second one, if you like that shape, but if you don't want to spend that money, is this. This is another one of my favourites. This is from Balmain and it's beautifully soft leather. It's all got gold hardware on it, and this is actually I think as well a dupe for one I'm going to show you, which is that bag I'm going to tell you about, which is not worth it. But this is from Balmain and it's got like the little logo on it there. It's got a lovely leather woven handle. This sits really nicely on the shoulder as well. Really like the look of this bag. And then this is the one that's really not worth it. And okay, they don't look the same, but no, they don't look the same. I was going to say they look similar, but they don't look similar at all. This is the Bottega Jodie bag, and it is so hyped at the moment. This bag is, you go on Instagram, and if you follow fashion accounts, designer fashion accounts, pretty much everyone is carrying one of these bags. You know where people do the in the street kind of pose where they're outside those nice houses in London and they're holding one of these. But let me tell you, this is a frustrating bag, and it's one that I don't use because the zip, I'm not going to go through it again because I keep showing you it, but the zip jams. It doesn't, like, you can't, where even is the zip? Okay, that's the first thing. The zip gets tucked away right in there. But I don't really use it. I'm trying to zip it closed. Honestly, this bag, there we go. I end up not zipping it. I just leave it open and then your stuff falls out. Just don't bother getting this. It's nearly £2,000 as well. It's not worth it. There are so many better bags you can get for that money. Okay, another one of my all-time favourites, and it is this. This is designed to look like a croissant, and I forget the name of it. I think it's called the cornetti bag, and apparently cornetti in Italian means croissant. Now, the chain handle doesn't come with this bag. I'm going to link to this bag below because you can actually buy this online, and what I like about it is, first of all, hidden in there, it has got a pocket on both sides, and the pocket goes all the way along to here. On the other side, it has the same thing. It has a pocket that goes all the way along to there, only that side the pocket is zipped, so you can be more secure that side. The bag pops open, it's magnetic opening and closing, and it opens like that. This bag does actually come with its own chain handle, but the chain is very dainty and very thin, and when I saw the bag I thought, no, I want to put like a chunky Bottega style chain on it. The chain I got from Etsy, and I will link to the bag below. The bag is also faux leather, but it feels like leather. It's made out of cactus. Another one of my least used, and in fact it's not even least used, I don't think I've ever used it, and it's this from Goyard. Actually I have used it because I've noticed that the design on the front and back, like this monogram, is all hand painted on, and on mine it started to crack off a tiny bit, and I've only used it once. And this is not a bag that I recommend. This is the mini Saigon bag, and I don't recommend it because for the price that it is. So I paid nearly £2,000 for this. For the price that it is, now since using it, I find it a bit flimsy. It's very, when you buy something and it's expensive, when it has weight behind it, it feels more substantial. This is like as light as a feather, and the heaviest thing about it is that handle, which is made of wood. I just don't really use this very much, but I do think if you're into this brand, particularly if you're a guy, they've got really good stuff that you could easily wear as a guy if you don't want anything too girly. Another one of my least used, and it's the Chanel Boy bag. I can't stand this bag. Oh my gosh. Look at the bottom of it. It's all gone, it's all sagged in on itself. This bag has a soggy bottom. When you wear the bag, you can't help it, but your arm, so annoying. You can't help it, but you naturally, like your elbow goes in to secure it. And by doing that, the bottom bit, this pinches in here, and then this bit bulges out, and it's so annoying, and there's not much you can do about it. You could probably get a base shaper, like one of those plexi base shapers, and that would help it, but yeah, I don't use it. It also is really not hard wearing at all. The corner, I think the way the bag has been designed with the sharp corners makes for the leather to wear so easily. Like if I bring you in, can you see how worn that is around there? And on the other side. The other side's less so. Now for an example of why lamb leather can actually last the test of time, but for some reason on that bag it doesn't. And it's this, one of my most favourite vintage pieces. This is from the early 90s. And it has the larger size logo on the front of it, and the logo is in, all the hardware is 24 karat gold plated. The bag is gorgeous quality. I just love it, and you've got this really nice handle like this, and if I just try it on for you, you can easily wear it crossbody. It's like a really nice drop length for crossbody. If you want to get into the brand but you don't have that kind of money, or you do have that kind of money, you just don't want to spend it, then go and have a look at vintage. I'll show you another good vintage piece from there. In fact, I'll show you two. I have a vintage mini square flap, and I have a vintage medium size flap, and they are, the leather on the vintage stuff is beautiful. And given that these bags are so old, I don't know how the leather looks good on these but doesn't look so good on the newer ones. I can't figure it out actually. I mean, these bags are like over 30 years old, and you can still wear them, they still look good. Vintage isn't for everyone, I totally get that. Not everyone likes the older pieces, and also on the vintage ones the quilting is flat, as opposed to on the newer ones where the quilting is puffy, and I know that's not for everyone. Couple more. I have the heart shape Chanel bag, which is in the spring summer collection 2022. Didn't think I was going to get this bag, and I only managed to get it because a friend of mine pulled some strings for me and managed to get this bag, and I totally was not expecting it. I'm so grateful to this day because this bag is gorgeous and I can fit both phones in it, no problem. The other one is this cute bag from Prada, which these bags have, you know, let me just put this down. These bags, to me, have an issue only in so much as that for the money, they don't feel expensive. I'm not talking about the ones covered in crystals. I'm talking about the nylon versions. What's in this? Oh my God, I've lost this lipstick and it's in this bag. Oh, I've been looking for that for ages. Sorry. Total different subject there. Yeah, for the money, I don't feel these feel expensive. Like this was £950 and it just scrunches down into nothing, and it doesn't feel premium. But I knew that when I looked at it, and I bought it because I love it. But I am telling you from my experience, if you are interested in these, or even just like the plain black nylon one, They don't feel robust. It doesn't feel like I just spent nearly £1,000 on this bag. It doesn't feel like that at all, but it is cute. And for 2022, I can see myself buying one of the crystallized ones because I just love them, and I'm like a real magpie for that. Whenever I go in Harrods and I see the crystallized ones, I just can't stop looking at them. They're so beautiful. But yes, that is my Prada bag. Then one of my newest and my most worn bags at the moment is this. This is a miniature drawstring bucket bag from Chanel, which I bought back in November. And this I'm using a lot to carry my phones and card holder and a lip balm around with me, and even my keys fit in this as well. And I'm doing this because for a while, when I go out, like if I nip out in the day to get groceries or petrol or even to go to the gym, if I'm not taking loads of stuff with me, really all I take is my phone, card holder, lip balm, keys. And I was finding that every time I was going out, I was like having to grab a bag that was way too big for what I actually needed it to be. And when I saw this, I thought not only is it really cute, but I tried it in the shop. I put all of my stuff in it in the shop and it all fit. And I thought this is it. You know, this is what I need on a daily. And that's what I use it as. I'll give you a quick close-up so you can see. The caviar leather is super soft on this. It's really silky soft. Softer actually than the caviar leather on my classic flap. Really cute little bag. Then I have this, which one of you asked me about the other day, because I wore this on just a short Instagram reel that I put up. This is Louis Vuitton and it's called Spring Street. And I don't think I'm going to be able to show you this because I don't think it's going to come out on camera. But I don't like Louis Vuitton hardware because it scratches super easy, which is why the hardware doesn't look shiny to you, because I've left the protective stickers on. But one thing I do love about the vernis is that it's almost like car paint. There is a metallic fleck that goes through it. I'm going to try and show you, and I'm really hoping you can see that there is like a metallic-y glitter. It's hard to see because there's fingerprints on this bag, which I can now see, but there is a metallic-y fleck sparkle that you really see when you see this bag in real life. And that metallic fleck, I've seen it on all except Rose Ballerine when it comes to the vernis leathers. But yeah, this is called Spring Street. On the bottom it has got the monogram. It's also got that just there, and on the handle is monogram. And then this on the side, this is epi leather in white. And the crossbody strap, which is crossbody, you can wear it crossbody, which I love about it. If I just back up and show you here, it's like a really nice drop length. This is monogram on one side and then epi leather on the other. And this bag, I don't know how much it is now, but when I bought it in 2021, the price of it, this is the good thing about the any pieces from there that have got the canvas on them, is they tend to be a lower price. And this was well under £2,000, which for a bag like that, I think in this day and age is like really good. Then there is this, my mini Lady Dior, and I shall compare it to the medium size. This one of my favourite and most used bags. This is the Ultra Matte Lady Dior, and that is the size difference. I really recommend, unless you're someone who carries next to nothing around with you, in which case this bag is good. I recommend the medium because you can do more with it, and I find it's one of those bags where on days where I take this out, I haven't got to put anything in pockets because it doesn't fit in the bag. I can even get my bottle of water into this bag. It's convenient in this colour. It hasn't really scratched, it's in great condition. And when I say I use this a lot, I mean I use this a lot, you know. For the amount that I've used it, I'm surprised it looks this fresh. Couple more from Chanel. I have my large classic flap, which I bought in 2016 for £4,500. It was an awful lot of money back then, but it's nothing compared to, like, this is over £8,000 now, and I love the bag, but I wouldn't pay £8,000 for it, no way. This is the this is the mini size rectangle though, and this is an absolute banger. If you want to go for a Chanel bag, a new one, non-vintage, this bag is so worth it. but they are so hard to get in the classic black colour. But if you can get one, the price is well under £4,000. I think the price is currently under 3,500. I paid 3,250 for mine last year. Best money I ever spent. I use it loads, and you can fit as much in this as you can in the small size classic flap, because in these it's one open section. You don't have all the different compartments on the inside. A couple more as well. I told you I've got loads of black bags. This isn't even all of them. These are just some of my kind of more favourites. This is a drawstring bucket bag from Chanel, which again is crossbody, which we like. And then this is the YSL college bag. I think this is in the medium size. And I, again, like with the bags I've shown you, except the ones that I've said differently about, I recommend these. I really like a bucket bag because there's nothing complex with them. You tend to be able to pick them up for less money than you would like a flap bag that's got all pockets on the inside and stuff like that, just because they're simpler, I guess. And this is like a little bit old now. I think I got this in 2020. I remember getting this when there was a break in COVID restrictions in that summer of 2020. We had a break where we could go out, and I remember buying this, and I remember this bag for that time, but not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. Not that that time was fun, it was awful, but I don't, thankfully with this bag, I don't look at it and think, oh, COVID, I can't wear it. Like I feel like I'm quite happy with this bag. But yeah, this is another one that's really good, good to get. I bought this for a really great discount on Farfetch, right before YSL pulled out of coupon codes, and yeah, I paid about £1,100 for this, which I was very pleased about. And then just two more. One is this, which is the Lady Dior Supple in black patent with brass hardware, and yeah, that's a really good bag as well. And that comes with a really nice shoulder strap. This is seasonal from like 2016, 2017, no, 2018. Look at that, it comes with a decent strap that actually lets you wear it crossbody as well. Yeah, this is back from then. They don't make this bag anymore. And it's quite nice because it's got like a squishiness to it, which is why it's called the Supple. And then the final one I thought I would show you is this, which, oh, when did I get this? 2019, I think. This is a cute flap bag, but it's seasonal again. So it's got this chunky acrylic handle, and it also has got a non-removable crossbody strap. On the inside it's one open section with no annoying compartments or anything like that. And then if I just show you what this looks like on, that's the kind of drop length of it. And this is a really good bag as well. It fits a decent amount of stuff. It can get even the largest of phones in. And I think this is a good bag. So they are some of my favourite bags that are black from my handbag collection. I have more than this, but this video would be super long. I already think this video is going to be like 20 minutes long. But I hope that you've enjoyed watching, and I hope if you're on the lookout for a new bag that maybe there's something in this that's given you an idea. Maybe you've looked and you've thought, oh, I really like that. Yeah, maybe I might get that. Also, some of the ones that I gave you, you know, like pros and cons, but some of the ones that I gave you cons about, you know, not so good things about, that might help you as well. You know, with these videos, I always just want to give you my truth, what works for me and what doesn't work for me, and then you can decide whether that would annoy you as well, or actually whether you'd be okay with it. So I always hope it's helpful, but thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.